Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you with another offering of my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, it's a series of videos that I've been doing for a little while now, where I go over there and try out food and drink items and consume them, and then I go over there and I talk about them. Usually I ramble on, sometimes a hamster shows up, it's, kind of a thing. There's all kinds of wacky shit going on, man. Jim Henson ain't got nothing on me. That's not true, the man was a genius. But, I have hamsters. They're adorable. But most of the time they don't show up in my videos. But they did in my last video where I tried out Doritos 3D. So if you want to see my adorable hamster, you can do that. He's in fact right in front of my camera. He's just being all super adorable. But he's not going to be in this video because that video just rambled quite a bit. Plus he's being all eaty and stuff. So he's adorable. You're going to have to take my word for it. Anyway, folks. So yeah, folks, what am I trying for you today then? If I'm not going over there and showing off my hamster and eating 3D Doritos? Well, folks, boom! Yes, indeed, folks. Wrap snacks. Yeah, wrap snacks. Notorious B.I.G. honey jalapeno potato chips. Icon. We can't change the world unless we change ourselves. I suppose that's true. I guess. Sure, why not? Yeah, they're in date. Good. Yeah, folks. I saw these. I've actually seen these a few times now, and I've kept wanting to do a video of them, but it was just always a thing, usually I would have, like, other stuff, because a lot of times I'll buy these, like, in batches and stuff, and I just didn't know what to think of these, man, because it's like, and hey, folks, that's not knocking Notorious B.I.G., it just seemed like such a weird thing. I know they also have other flavors. I know there is a Cardi B flavored one. I probably won't do those. Notorious B.I.G. I can go with. I grew up in the 90s. So even though I wasn't, huge into the rap scene, white kid from the suburbs, I was more of a Nine Inch Nails guy. Still am. But I do enjoy some rap music. I really do. And I certainly have, respect for the late, great Notorious B.I.G. Please don't go over there and be like, well, name 15 of his songs and do all the thing. No, folks, I can't. Like I said, I respect the guy. I could probably go over there. If I heard a couple of the songs, I could probably recognize him as being the one doing them, but I couldn't tell you any names or anything like that. Not trying to present myself as anything I'm not. They're chips. I'm going to eat them. Now, if they go over there and give me the amazing rap prowess of Notorious B.I.G., that would kick ass. Probably not going to be the case, though. If I put more forethought into these videos, which I don't put any, I could have come up with a whole rap or something like that to go over there and be a thing. I could still do it. I could end this video right now and you could never see this. I'm not going to, though. Oh, no one needs to hear me rap. But yeah, anyway, folks, like I said, they got a couple of their flavors. Like I said, there's like a Cardi B one. I know there's at least one more, but I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. Maybe Tupac Shakur? Let's take a look. It has a whole thing on the back, so let's go through this really quick. Brooklyn legend Christopher Wallace, a.k.a. I got that right, yeah. A.k.a. Notorious B.I.G., is known as one of the most prolific MCs to ever touch the mic. Damn straight. Timeless music filled with provocative and innovative storytelling helped to shape, influence, and impact the culture of hip-hop globally. The Rap Snacks icon brand honors his legacy in our partnership with Notorious B.I.G. LLC. So that's cool. They didn't just go over there. I mean, I wouldn't have imagined they would have because of, like, the lawsuits and such. But it's cool to know that, they apparently reached out to, the estate or the trademark or whatever of Notorious B.I.G. before doing this. Would Notorious B.I.G. have been on board with this? I have no goddamn clue. I didn't know the man personally. I think I'd have been pretty young when he passed away, so it probably would have been weird if I'd known him. Because he would have been like, hey, like, 6 or 7-year-old white kid from the suburbs. Why are you hanging around me? In the words of B.I.G, we can't change the world unless we change ourselves. Utilizing educational and financial literacy tools to empower our youth, as well as the elderly in our communities, Christopher Wallace Memorial Foundation and the Rap Snacks Boss Up Foundation are dedicated to providing the necessary resources to improve and enrich our communities. Our working goal is to end violence and poverty through education, community outreach, and entrepreneurship. To learn more, visit therapsnacksfoundation.org. Then there's also the Boss Up logo. I will say that's very cool. I'm definitely very much on board with, with like charities and things like that. And I actually do really like that message, of trying to work through some of these issues and everything like that, through education, community outreach, and entrepreneurship. Because that, for me, I really do think, not to get too heavy, but hi, Mr. Miracle. He's my adorable hamster. I love him so much. Sorry. I do actually think that's very, very cool. That is definitely very much on point with my thinking as far as, how we're going to progress, how we're going to get out of some of the circumstances that we're in. It needs to be a collaborative effort, and it needs to start from the ground up. We have to go over there. We have to, make sure that people have access to the resources so that they can go over there, live prosperous lives, have good education, all those things, because those, yes, there are the, 1 in a million story of, somebody overcame adversity and all the obstacles and all the things, and now, that's great. Don't get me wrong, that's fantastic. But think about how many more people would succeed if they didn't have to, go over there and drudge through all that extra bullshit, and instead just, were in a better position and given better opportunities. So I do think that that's very cool. So I don't usually get too heavy in my videos, but I actually did really like that, reading that right there. So anyway, I'm going to try some chips now. I will say, if you're interested, by all means, like I said, it's the rapsnacksfoundation.org. Look into it. I'm not going to directly promote it simply because I haven't done any research on it personally or anything like that. So, but do your own research, and if it seems like something you're interested in, hey, by all means. Let's try some potato chips, folks. It's a weird day for me. It's a weird day. It smells potato chippy, but not particularly honey or jalapeno-y at a glance. They look to be maybe kettle chips? Because, it looks like kind of a, like a thicker cut, at the very least, than your standard potato chip. It's got a little girth to it. I mean, even up close. I said it. One of my nostrils is a little bit stuffed up. I can still smell things pretty well, but anyway, let's give it a shot, folks. Wow. That is, for not having much of a smell, that is a very flavorful chip. I'm not even doing what I usually do with chips, where I double up, so you get extra flavor. Yeah, man. Starting off, it's more of the sweet kind of honey vibe to it. It's not overly sweet though. Not to the extent of, maybe a caramel corn type of thing as an equivalent. It's nothing like that. You're still definitely getting a potato chip experience, but you do get this kind of nice, I'm going to call it a rustic sweetness, which is a weird, I don't know if I'm the only first person who's ever put those things together. If I have, then I'm coining the term right now. But yeah, it's not like overly sweet or anything like that. You know, to, like I said, to the extent of something where, you know, where it feels like I'm eating like candy or something like that. It's, yeah, it plays well. It plays well with the chip. That is a big old chip. I'm going to put that one back. It plays well with the chip. And after you eat it, after the sweetness does its thing, you get like a nice kind of warming heat that sort of lingers on your tongue and kind of goes down your throat. And you can sort of feel that heat sort of resonating up. And it's not by any means like a heavy heat or, you know, anything that I would think most people would have any issue with. I do, you know, oftentimes like spicy stuff and everything, but I don't think this would be anything that would cause too many issues for most people. It's a pretty inoffensive heat. Yeah, and it's nice. It's like this nice warmth to it. It's not overly spicy. It's not overly sweet. They did a very good job of finding a nice balance between, you know, the potato chip, the honey, and the jalapeno. Nothing hits too hard or lasts too long to the extent where it overrides everything else. You're still eating a potato chip. You're not eating candy. But at the same time, you know, it has an interesting flavor to it. It's got that nice rustic sweetness. And on top of that, it finishes with a nice heat that isn't going to go over there and overwhelm you or anything like that. I think even if you were to go over there and eat quite a few of these in a go, I don't think you would have too much issue, you know, like I said, with the heat, you know, building up or anything. Just because it's a fairly mellow heat, but it's nice. It really is. Yeah, I mean, would I recommend them? Yeah, absolutely. Even, you know, aside from all like the wonderful message and everything, you know, and the charity and stuff like that. Which, hey, like I said, you know, if you're interested in, check it out. But strictly as chips, because ultimately that's what I'm grading this whole thing on. These are good chips. I'm genuinely for these. They're interesting tasting, but not gimmicky. At least not to me. You know, I could almost see these being like a closest equivalent would be like, you know, to like maybe like a honey barbecue type chip. But just, you know, with a greater emphasis on, you know, the sweetness aspect of it. And then, like I said, with that nice heat. But yeah, man, I mean, with that being as tasty as it is, I might go in for some of the other ones. I might try those out. I might even do some of the Cardi B ones, I guess, depending on flavors and such. Yeah, man, if you happen to spot these, like I said, I got mine at Walmart. I know I've seen them at like 7-Elevens. I would definitely give these a shot, because these, I definitely enjoy these. I could absolutely see myself just grabbing a bag of these. Maybe not as my immediate go-to chip, but I have to fix that. I just noticed a thing. Like I said, maybe not as my go-to chip, but as a nice every once in a while chip, I think this does a very good job. And it's very good. Yeah, I really enjoy this. Yeah, four marks for the Rap Snacks, the Notorious B.I.G. Notorious B.I.G., rest in peace, R.I.P. For what it's worth, if you're out there anywhere in the ether or however that whole thing works. I don't claim to know. Hopefully you can rest easy knowing that there's a very good tasting chip with your likeness on it. So anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take off my shoes. I'm going to relax. I got home from work, and I just wanted to do some videos to get these out of the way so I can go over there and upload them eventually, and then people can watch them if they want. So, do 5 things for me, folks, before I get out of here. You can go over there, have yourself a stupendous rest of your day, a fantastic rest of your week, a phenomenal rest of your month, a magnificent rest of your year. You could go over there and have yourself just a iconic rest of your life. I think that would be wonderful. On top of that, folks, 2 last things. Go over there, try to bring some positivity into the world. Not always possible, I know, trust me. If nothing else, though, try not to be an asshole. Again, not always possible. We try, folks. But that's the thing. The main thing is, you try. If you can, bring some positivity in. If you can, try not to be an asshole. But everybody's going to slip up. So don't beat yourself up over it. And then on top of that, folks, final thing, you could go out if you could do the thing for me. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to do. I want you to go out, join a baseball team, or get a fish, or plant some flowers. Those are all reasonable things, right? I mean, the baseball thing would probably be the most difficult, I would think, because you'd have to get like a bunch of people. I suppose you could go over there and just do like kids doing everything. Well, at least I did. Maybe not everybody does it. But just go out and throw, try to hit the ball and such like that. Don't break any windows. True story, since I'll probably never have another opportunity to tell this story, as I don't really do anything baseball related. But one time when I was around, I don't know, maybe I had to have been about maybe 9 or 10 at the time. I went out into my backyard. My dad had gotten me a wooden baseball bat, like a proper one. And I was super excited. But I didn't have anybody to pitch to me or anything like that. I mean, that would sound sadder than it is. My dad had his own hobbies and stuff like that and everything. And I did have friends. I swear I had friends. I really did. I don't keep in touch with most of the neighborhood friends at this point. But I did have friends, and we actually did play, softball and the equivalents and such. But I just had to find a way to turn this into a rambling thing. I was already rambling. But yeah, so I went outside, grabbed a ball, I'd throw it up in the air, and, I was going to practice hitting the old ball around in the backyard. I don't know what I attempted to achieve by that. We didn't have a huge backyard, so almost certainly it was going to either go over the garage or into, the neighbor's yard or something. I don't know. I was 9 or 10, something like that. One of those 2 ages, for sure, given the timeline. And anyway, I went to go do this, and being 9, using a full-on wooden bat, and not really having a particularly good ability to kind of I'm trying to think of the word, just physical control of my body at that age and everything. I tossed it up, swung, whiffed, and then brought the bat around and cracked myself in the back of the head. And then I fell over onto the grass in the backyard, and I was out for a little while. Not for very long, though. I think it was maybe 5-10 minutes tops, because nobody was like, hey, where did Brandon go? Why is he dead in the yard? So, either that or they did, and they were just like, fuck it, who knows. Anyway, folks, that's going to be it for me. This is a weird little bonus story. This is a 20-minute video. I ate some Notorious B.I.G chips. Bye.